Hi, third grade. I'm missing you. I can't wait to start our new lesson. It's called Radial Symmetry with a name. So we're going to include your name into a design that has radial symmetry. So I created a little lesson showing you what radial symmetry is and showing you the steps to follow. And at the end of the lesson, I will videotape myself doing the project step by step so you can pause it and catch up and create a beautiful picture with your name. If you don't have any colors at home, you can always do the same project in pencil and maybe just outline it with something dark like one pen, a crayon, a colored pencil, if you can find something dark, and then stop there. But if you do have colors of any kind, let's fill the entire page up and see how colorful we can make these. You have 2 weeks to do this project, so it does not need to be done quickly. You don't need to rush or be messy. Take your time, go slowly, and color everything in. I can't wait to see it. This week's project is to create a design using radial symmetry and your name. Now let's look at this week's learning goals. I understand the difference between lateral symmetry, asymmetry, and radial symmetry. Well, let's take a look. Lateral symmetry at the top has balance that's the same on the right and the left. Asymmetry means without symmetry. There is no balance on both sides. And radial symmetry radiates its balance out from the center and goes in all directions from top to bottom, right to left, and corner to corner. It radiates. Your second learning goal says I can create a design using radial symmetry and my name. Can you find the name Kylie in this design? It starts with the pink K and the purple I. This student's name is Laurel. Can you find that? There, I highlighted it for you to make it easier for you to see. If you look closely, the name is there 8 times. You're going to write it 1 time, and then you're going to trace it 7 times. You're going to need a square piece of paper. The best paper is one with no lines on it for this project, so see if you can get a piece of printer paper or copy paper. The square should be at least 8 inches by 8 inches. 9 by 9 or 10 by 10 will work, but probably 8 inches is going to be the easiest size for you to find. And I'll demonstrate in a moment how to turn that copy paper into a square. Once you have your square ready, we're going to fold the paper in half like you see on the second shape. It turns it into a rectangle. And then we'll fold the rectangle in half until it becomes a smaller square. And finally, we'll fold that little square diagonally to end up with a folded triangle piece of paper. This will all make more sense when I demonstrate it on my video, so don't panic. With a pencil, you're going to write your name on the folded paper. Try to fill up the whole space and touch the edges with your letters. I made mine with bubble letters because I only have 4 letters to my name. If you have more than 4 letters, you should use a thin line for each one of your letters, not bubble letters. Capital letters work the best, so try to draw capital letters going from the top to the bottom of your triangle. You're going to use a window or a sliding glass door as a light box, so you can hold your paper up to the glass and let the light shine through and help you to trace. Okay, here's where I'm going to make a video for you to follow along with. So let's find a piece of paper and pause the video whenever you need to catch up. Most paper is a rectangle, and we need it to become a square. So you're going to take one corner and fold it over until the edge touches the side of the paper, like this. A little bit will stick out on one side, and that's the part we're going to cut off. So let's just trace with a pencil to make a line along the edge of the folded paper, and then use a pair of scissors and cut on that line. Remember, you can always pause the video, catch up with your paper, and then hit play again as often as you want so I don't go too fast. Now that we have a square, the first step is to fold our paper in half. You will end up with a tall, thin rectangle when you do this. crease it. And then the next step is to fold from the top to the bottom in half again. And now you're back to a square. Pause if you need to. Our final step is to fold that square diagonally from corner to corner to end up with a small triangle. And now we're done folding. We're going to need a pencil to write your name. We're going to write your name inside a triangle, which can be tricky. So the first letter is going to be rather small, and they're going to get bigger when you get to the middle and back to small again. The most important part is to make your letters touch the top and bottom of the triangle. Here, I'll hold it up and show you mine. You see? Nice and big. And because I only have 4 letters in my name, I can get away with doing bubble letters. If you have more letters and you can't do bubble letters, just use a straight or thin line to draw your letters. Capital letters always work best. There, I'm done with mine. Notice how they're touching the edges. You're going to want to darken your letters, so either go over it really hard with a pencil, a pen, or a black marker if you have it, because we're going to be doing a lot of tracing, and it's much easier to see through this paper if it's super dark. It doesn't have to be a permanent marker. Any black marker will do. If you don't have black, any dark marker will do. Okay, let's open it up now and see what it looks like. In my video, you can see I haven't outlined mine in black yet because I went out of order here. But I'm just showing you how your name is only in one of the triangles, and there's 7 more that are empty. So we're going to go up to a light box now, which is going to be a window in your house or a sliding glass door. And that's actually the back side of the folded paper. My paper is folded once, like the rectangle, and I can see through the paper to where the black marker is. And I'm tracing over my name. And of course it looks backwards because it's on the other side of the page. Open up and take a look at what you've done so far. Pretty cool. Now you're going to fold it in half from top to bottom. You want to look at the side that has no writing on it and try to see through the paper and trace everything in black. There. Notice I'm not even connecting it where it's touching the edges because I want them all to touch each other when I continue going around. This part's tricky. You need to fold your paper diagonally in half, and you'll be able to see through 2 of the triangles. Right there, when you hold it up to the light, you can see through it, and you're going to trace both of those triangles. Okay, now you're ready for your last trace. Just flip the whole thing over, and you'll see 2 more triangles that need to be traced. Right there. Trace those final last 2, and you should be done with the tracing. Let's see how it turned out. Wow. There's a couple little spots I missed where they're not connecting, so I'm just going to look at my whole paper, opened up, and just go ahead and connect those parts so everything looks a little bit neater. So find spots where you want to connect your lines. And then this is going to be the place we stop for today. We've drawn everything, we've traced in black, and we'll talk more about how to color it next week. Now you're ready to start coloring, if you have colors at home. Be sure to use the same colors for the same spaces. If there's yellow on the top, put yellow on the bottom. If there's pink on the right, put pink on the left. Make it balanced like that. Please color in all of the paper. Don't leave anything white.